What's good, boys? Zach back here with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made over $1 million with branded dropshipping. Everybody talks about AI branded dropshipping, but they don't do it right. And again, I've made over $1 million doing this, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I'm basically showing you guys how to do it without using AliExpress or like finding just like random ass products that don't actually scale. I'm going to be going in depth about my entire product research criteria and strategy and what I'm doing for product research, exactly how to source your products and why private suppliers are 10 times better than using anything like ZenDrop, AliExpress, AutoDS, all those bullshit guru things, store creation, and basically everything that goes into your store like offer, product price, product images, stuff like that, testing creatives, and then media buying. So without further ado, let's get into product research. So with product research, basically the two product research methods that I use are Callo and Ads Library. So basically what Callo data is, this is the main one that I use for product research, is it's basically just TikTok shop products all in one place. So like these are all the top trending TikTok shop products right now. As you guys can see, you got like Goalie Gummies, so you have like some big brands on here, and then you have like other products that are just, or just unknown brands that just have like good products. Like right here, you got these fleece tights right here. This almost looks kind of like a new variant of what I've seen before. It looks like they have like tummy control on it as well. So like basically here is just a bunch of TikTok shop products, and basically you'll be seeing like a bunch of like new ones pop up here throughout the day. And basically this is what I'm using when I'm going to be talking about my product research and all my product criteria. This is what I'm using those criteria for. And then also you have Facebook's ad library. So if I just come over here, you guys can kind of see what this is like as well. You guys are probably pretty familiar with both of these tools. These are just the ones that I talk about in like every video. These are the best two ways to find good products. So basically Meta Ads Library is going to be like everybody who's running Meta ads right now. So that's on Facebook and Instagram. All their ads are going to be in here. And then basically all the top trending TikTok shop products are going to be in Calidata. So those are basically the two product research methods that I'm using. Now let's get into product criteria. So basically with product criteria, I have kind of a decent list right here, but we'll just get into the first one. So the first one that I'm always looking for is that it is problem solving. So it solves some sort of problem, but I always say it has to solve something deeper. It has to be a deeper desire or a bigger pain point or a deep insecurity. Problem solving is just really, really broad and really, really general. So like with big pain point, like we could say like knee pain. So obviously like a lot of old people, they have knee pain, their knees hurt. But the one thing I really want you guys doing, and this kind of comes into like when you're doing research on your product as well, is I want you to go deeper with it. So like why, like what's like the big like pain points that they have? Like obviously, yeah, your knee hurts, but a lot of people, like especially like men, can just put that off and be like, yeah, my knee hurts, that's just normal, I'm just getting older. But if you really put it in a way where it's like you're missing out on these opportunities in life, then you can get people to kind of push over the edge and actually hit their pain point that's like deep in their heart, kind of like, oh, I have knee pain, so I can't play with my grandchildren, right? Or like if it's like a grandma, like now because I have this knee pain, I can't like bend over, I can't get on my knees, and I can't take care of my garden. Like a lot of like older like grandmas, they always have like gardens and stuff, and like that's kind of just like some pastime that they use because like they're retired. They need to do something with their time. So like gardening is a big thing that they do, and if they have really bad knee pain and really bad knees, they can't garden anymore. Same thing with grandkids. Like a lot of grandma and grandpas, like well, like the mom's busy, dad's busy at like work and stuff like that, the grandparents will take over and like babysit the kids, and if they can't like maybe like throw the football around with them or like run around the yard with them because their knees hurt so bad and they just have to sit and watch them sideline, that is a big pain point that you are hitting. That's a big pain point that they have. That's how I kind of want you guys to think about that. And then with deep insecurity, it's kind of the same thing. So like let's say somebody has thinning hair, right? Like let's say just like a guy has thinning hair. Because of my thinning hair, I feel less confident around girls, and it is ruining my social life. Like if you're a man, right, and you're in your 30s, right, or you're in your mid 20s, right, and you're already going bald, and maybe you don't have a girlfriend, or like you don't have a wife, you don't have any of that yet, and you're still in your prime, you're trying to attract girls, you're trying to get girls, right? Because like obviously us men, we need some fucking women in our life every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? But if they have thinning hair, and like that's the main reason why girls are like, ew, like you're balding, like you have a bald spot on the back of your head, or like your widow's peak like right here, like that's just nasty because like you have no hair and there's like a little bit sticking out, like your hair's super thin, you can't really style it, like you can see right through it. Like that's a deep insecurity that people are going to be like, all right, I'll give this product a shot. I'll buy this product because it's gonna fix this massive insecurity that I have. That's kind of how I want you guys thinking about problem solving. Now we'll go into the next one. This one is instant. So basically with instant, the customer can see the product in action. The customer can see what the product is doing for them in real time. Some examples could be like a handheld vacuum cleaner. So basically, you can see when the UGC creator is using it or when the person in the ad is using it. You can see the suction from the vacuum. You can see how easy it is to use it, how strong the suction power is, how if you're maybe for the handheld vacuum, if you're an older grandpa, right? And you can't haul around a big heavy vacuum cleaner, this is really good for you because it's very small and compact and you can get into all the spots that you normally can't get into with the big vacuum. And it's also super light, so it's not gonna throw out your back when you're trying to move around the vacuum. It's very easy to use. Another way you guys could go with this is hair extension clips. You can literally see the girl put on the hair extension clip and then you can see her hair before and after. Maybe before it wasn't as thick, it wasn't as full. Now she put on the extension, now she has a lot thicker hair and it's fuller. Maybe the coloring's better, stuff like that. Maybe it has highlights in it, stuff like that. They can see it happening in real time. This is really good, especially if you're newer to drop shipping. This is probably one of the best criteria that you want to be looking for because these products tend to be a lot easier to sell because the product basically sells itself. If you show the before and after of the product in real time and it literally, to get the after effect, to get the benefit from the product, it literally took you 10 seconds. More people are just going to impulse purchase on that and right off your ad because they're already basically sold on the product because they see exactly how it works. Unlike a supplement, you kind of have to do a little bit more explaining because people don't know if they're just getting another placebo pill or if this is actually going to work. So that's why instant products are a lot easier to sell. The next thing we'll go into is you want it to be unique. So you want it to have some type of unique factor, right? You can't just sell a white t-shirt. If somebody's going to go buy a white t-shirt or a black t-shirt like this, they're just going to go to Target. You're selling something super generic and something that people have seen 1,000 times. They probably already have a main store that they buy from. Two, it's probably in every single retail store inside the United States. So why would they buy from your store when they can literally just walk outside their house, drive 5 minutes to the nearest store and get the product that they want? So what you want is you want the product to have some type of unique mechanism. Basically what a unique mechanism could be is I've used this example before, but if you have something like a steam mop, right? That's a product I've sold in the past. So you have a steam mop, right? It has these rotating pads and stuff. Then it also shoots steam. So one, it's not just mopping your floor and getting your floor clean because everybody's seen mops before, right? It also has this steam where all right, now you use the steam so you don't have to use certain cleaning ingredients that could mess up your wood floors. It's really gentle on your floors with the steaming component. Maybe also it has a built-in vacuum. So if you have crumbs and stuff on your floor and this thing's just coming over it, right? It's going to be able to just clean all that up really easily with the vacuum. And then that's the unique mechanism is that it has the steam and it's also a vacuum plus a mop. So it's something that they probably haven't seen before, right? That's kind of what you're looking for. You don't want to sell something super generic that people have seen over and over because then you're going to get to a point where the market is so sophisticated with this product and they've seen basically everything. Shapewear, for example, that's a very, very saturated market because every single woman has seen some sort of shapewear, leggings, underwear, shirts, you name it. They've seen it and they probably already have their main brand or they're just shopping in Target or something for the same thing. So a unique mechanism is very important, or you want to sell something that is new to the market and people haven't seen before. Normally this one's pretty hard to come across. There's not going to be a lot of times where you're scrolling on Calodata or Ads Library and you're going to see something that you've never seen before. But an example of something like that, I'll just say because I saw it on TikTok Shop the other day. It's this caffeine toothpaste for the morning and then they also have it's a melatonin toothpaste for the night. That's something that's completely new. I'm not asking you guys to literally make up a product and come up with a completely new idea, but that's kind of just an example of it. The next thing that you guys have to make sure that you have, and this is super, super important, is at least a 3 to 5x markup. Because obviously we run ads, so you need at least a 3x markup to kind of combat your ad spend. Also, when you guys are marking up the price for your product, you also have to keep in mind the perceived value of your product, right? Because you can't sell just a normal rag, right, for $40. Everybody's seen a rag before. Everybody kind of knows and has a perception. When they see a rag, they can basically just think, yeah, this is probably $10, right? When you look at your product, try to look at it from the customer's perspective. If you were to just land on your website, would you pay that price for that product? If the answer is no, it's like right away you're like, no, I wouldn't, then you're obviously priced too high. But like if it's like, yeah, to be honest, like that makes sense for this, like what it can do, how helpful it is, and how big of a problem it's solving in their life, yes, this is good, and I would buy it for that price. Also, for like the 3 to 5x markup, I also want to put in here that like the minimum price that you should be pricing your products at is $40. Nothing lower than that. So $40 or above is what you guys want when you guys are pricing your products. Now we'll talk about in demand. So this is also super important. I have so many people who send me products in Discord, or some of my students who send me products, and they're sending me products that have literally zero demand. So basically the things that I'm looking for in demand is 1 or 2 people selling it on Ads Library, and they're out of the testing phase. So basically out of the testing phase kind of means like they've been running the product for at least like 4 days plus. Normally, like when I'm looking for like actual validation, because like some people, like the testing phase is normally around 3 days, right? 3 days is a testing phase, but like once like you're on day 4, day 5, maybe like you're BE and like you think you can do something to like get your product profitable. So that's why I look for the product to be running for like 7+ days. Normally I don't want it running for like any more than like 20 days, because by then, like if they know what they're doing, they should be scaled up enough where it'll be hard for people to come in and compete with them. But if you see somebody who's running for like 7+ days, like in between that like 7 and 14 day range, and they've only launched like 12 to 20 ads, you already can kind of see like, all right, one, they're starting to launch more ads, and they've been running for 7 days. Obviously they're profitable, or they would have killed the product by now. So that's kind of something that you can like look for and be like, all right, yeah, this product's profitable. This is a good product that I should run. Also, another way that you can do it is over 70K rev on Callow. I want to stress this to you guys like a lot. Just because the product's untapped on Meta's ads library and it's on Callow doesn't mean that it's good, right? Like if you see a product that's at like 20, 30K rev in the past 30 days and nobody's running it on Meta, it could be for a fucking reason, you know? Because like when you're around this price range, like when a product's around this price range on Callow, TikTok Shop and Meta ads are like 2 different types of platforms. Like you have 2 different types of consumers. Like on TikTok Shop, you're gonna have a lot of impulse purchases. So if you see a product that's done like 20 or 30K rev, that's, for me at least, that's not really enough validation. Also, another thing I want you guys to keep in the back of your mind is not every product you guys find on Callow will also sell on Meta ads. Like you guys have to think of like the age demographics, like the people who are scrolling on each platform. Like they're different types of people and they buy different stuff. Like things that hit really hard on Callow might not be able to do good on Meta. So you guys kind of have to use your own intuition for that to kind of figure out if it'd be good. So basically what I wrote over here is like 70K rev, this is good enough for validation, but I need you guys to use your own intuition, because not every product that sells good on TikTok Shop will also sell good on Meta. Just like I was just explaining before, we have 2 different types of buyers. Like TikTok Shop, very impulse purchase buyers. Obviously on Meta, you'll have the impulse purchase buyers as well. But especially when you're trying to take this product to more scale, you're not going to be just getting the low-hanging fruits that are the impulse buyers. Like you're actually going to have to market. You're actually going to have to be selling a good product that hits these categories up here and actually solves some sort of problem. People actually would use it in their daily life, and it's not just some, I want it now, so I'm just going to buy it. It's something that they actually need. Now, kind of going off of that, you want to be selling a product that is not saturated but still in demand. So kind of what I mean by that is you don't really want any more than 4 to 5 people already running this product. Because if you're trying to run this product right and you already have 4 to 5 plus people, you are going to get super high CPMs and super high CPCs. And basically what that means is your traffic is going to be very, very expensive if these are both high. You know where you want to be with these is like really good, or like good stats for this is like $50 to $60 CPMs, and then $1 and under for CPCs. But if you're running a product that has a lot of competition, this is where you're going to be getting the higher CPMs, or like you're going to be like 100 plus CPMs, and you're going to be at like a $2 to $3 CPC. And obviously over here, this is super, super expensive traffic, and you're basically praying that this product is really good and that you're going to have a very, very high conversion rate, and you're going to have a very high click-through rate. So then now you're basically preying on these stats because your ads are super cooked and there's so much competition imagine that you're getting traffic for very, very expensive. Also, I do kind of want to go off that a little bit, but you can still run it if people are running kind of the same product or like relatively the same product, but they're not using the same rips from Callow. So this is kind of for like testing when you are ripping from Callow. If when you look it up, you see like, all right, there's like 4 to 5 comp, right? But there's only one other person running the same Callow rips and actually running that product. There's like 4 people running a different product. Like it's the same product, does the same thing, but different ads, different marketing angles, stuff like that. You can still run that product. So that's kind of what I look for in the not saturated, but still in demand. And this is the same method that I do when I am looking for winning products. I follow this product criteria to a T. And to be honest, this is why a lot of you guys fail at drop shipping, is because you guys aren't following a specific product criteria. You're just selling random products that don't follow a winning product criteria and don't hit all of these. Once you guys start understanding product criteria and like what actually makes a good winning product, so you guys can stop like testing like just random junk and start actually testing good products, is when your stores will actually start to become profitable. And I go even more in depth in this in the first link in my description. It's completely free, so just go check that out. All right, now that you found your product, now I'm going to teach you guys how to source a product. So what we are using is a website called 1688. Basically, this is the factories in China that produce all the products. Now, what I need you guys to stop doing is I need you guys to stop using ZenDrop, stop using AliExpress, stop using AutoDS, and stop using CJ Dropshipping. These guys are fucking scamming you, boys. Like, you guys have to get this through your head. These guys are scamming you. Like, if you guys saw, like, if you haven't heard of 1688 before, I will pull it up real quick. So basically 1688, it's a website basically where like the factories pile all their products just into this one spot. It is all in Chinese, so that is the only like tough parts. It can be like a little hard to read through, but obviously you can just translate it to English. But basically on this, you have literally every single product you could possibly think of. We have the heating, warming mats that have been doing good recently. We have supplements in here. We have shapewear in here. We have gaming consoles in here. Like literally everything is all on this. But the thing is with 1688 is that you guys need a private supplier, because you can't fulfill these yourself because you are not a Chinese citizen. You have to be a Chinese citizen or have a Chinese ID to actually be able to fulfill products from this website. So this is where the private supplier comes in. If you guys need a private supplier, third link in the description. That's the private supplier I use. He is very good. He's actually a native English speaker, so that's also good because it makes communication a lot easier with him. So if you guys need a private supplier, third link in the description. And basically, why we use a private supplier, right? Better COGS, because as you guys can see, like all this is in yuan, right? Let me just find a like really known product real quick. I'll kind of just show you guys. All right, so it's like a weighted like heating vest that like people put over. Very, very good Q4 product, right? So it's 75 yuan. So if we go up here, I'll just do 75 yuan to USD. And it'll basically tell us the price of the 75 yuan to USD, and it'll basically tell us the price. So $10 for this product. And then also like another way you guys kind of, I'll go into this later in this video, but like weight matters a lot here too, because you have to calculate weight too. But then if we go to AliExpress, right, and I'm about to look up the same product, so I'll paste it up in here, shoulder and neck heating pad. You guys can already see that these are more expensive. One, look it, they don't even give you like the full product. Like in here, you get this whole thing. You get not only the neck, but you get like the little back thing too that like hangs down your back, so you can also keep that warm. But this is also $30, and it might even be more if I click into it and like look what shipping is too. Oh, it's free shipping, so that's good at least. But $33, so that's $20 more for COGS than you would normally be paying if you're using that. Again, down here, this is a product that kind of looks more like the product that we are actually selling. Again, this product is $30, and it's also like $19 to ship. So altogether, this product is like almost $50 cost to ship, versus this one on 1688, which is $10. It's gonna be a little bit more than $10 because you have to factor in weight. I will go in that later in this video when we're talking more about like pricing and how to price your products. So we'll come back to this later in the video, but yeah. Basically $10 for product cost versus if you were sourcing on AliExpress, it's gonna be $30. So that's why you use something like this, because the cogs are way lower. Also, another thing is that it's faster shipping times, because we're working with the private supplier and we are working with the factories. So they are literally getting our order. A supplier is putting our order into the factories and they're shipping it directly out. So our shipping times are going to be a lot faster versus using the old dropshipping style, which is just shipping straight from AliExpress. So shipping times are going to be a lot better. And also, like, if you use the supplier that I linked for you guys down in the description, basically what they do is you'll have a WhatsApp group chat with the entire team. So you'll have like the sourcing agent, the fulfillment agent, plus the main guys who actually run this company all in your group chat in a team. So basically everything runs smoothly. So like if you're like, oh, this customer's asking me for like a tracking link, all right, boom, they got you. Put a tracking link on your order. Oh, I want to also add this new SKU to my store that also goes with this heating pad. Boom, hit them up, get that product sourced from 1688 and they will give you a quote on that right away. Now you got another SKU on your store. So you can move a lot faster with a private supplier, and they're just overall just 10 times better. This is really, really important. Stop using these guys. Use a private supplier in 1688. That's how you are going to get the best cogs on your product. So yeah, basically just stop using these guys. Stop using AliExpress. Like I said, I literally give you my private supplier that actually ships fast and will give you the best cogs. Again, that is third link in the description if you need that. If you guys do want more resources that I actually give to my one-on-one students, you guys can apply to work with me with the first link in the bio, but we will continue with this video. So next thing we'll go into is store creation. Now with store creation, I want to go over what is actually important. So the main things that are actually important in store creation and the things that you're actually going to see the most impact from, like higher CVR, higher add to cart rates, more people actually purchasing, is product images, your offer, product price, and social proof. These are the main 4 things that are actually going to push the needle when it comes to store creation. It's not going to be like how good like your image with text, obviously like that is important, but these are the main 4 things that are actually going to move the needle. So basically what I'm using right now to build all my stores is just Atlas AI Store Builder. It is very good, very simple. Basically all you have to do is just throw in an Amazon link or an AliExpress link of the product that you want to sell, and it basically builds you the store for you. Obviously, like, you don't just want to launch with that store right away. Obviously, you still have to come in, make some tweaks, make your offer, make your product price right, add social proof. But it's very good because basically what you can do with this is just throw that in, and it'll give you basically just like a base for your store. And then you can come in and basically just make it better. So it's like a very good starting point. You really just throw in Amazon link, AliExpress link, it creates a store for you, and then you can just make improvements from there. So now we'll get into what's actually moving the needle. So product images. Basically with product images, you're going to source these from CaloData or Amazon links, but you're not just going to throw those up one-to-one. You guys want to improve them. You guys want to make them better either with Canva or ChatGPT. Basically with these two, you can go in there, customize the image, make them look better. And what you really want to be doing in these images is explaining the product in the images. So like with this, like this heated vest, like you really want to be explaining, like maybe like you put it like up here and like you talk about how like it has 3 different heat settings, or maybe like this one also has like vibration in it. So you want to make sure you're showing off like vibration. You want to make sure that you're showing off that it comes with like this remote control. You want to be showing off the problems that it's solving. So you want to be showing off how it can help with your back pain, how it can help soothe your shoulders and make your shoulders feel better. Maybe you're like really tense in like your upper back, like your traps area, how it's really good for that. Stuff like that. Like you really just want to be explaining your product in the images, because most people, when they land on your website, they're not going to scroll below the fold. So basically like what above and below the fold is. So basically everything that we're talking about right here is all going to be like for above the fold, and then social proof is going to be like a little bit below the fold. It'll be underneath your add to cart button. But basically, right, let's say this is your product page, right? Let me just draw it out real quick. So obviously you'll just have like your headline up here, right? And then you have your main product right here. And these are just all your product images, right? These are the things that people see first when they land on your website. So you have to make sure that these are very, very good. The next thing that they're gonna see right underneath the product images is they're gonna see your offer. So they wanna see a really good offer. We'll get into offer in a second, but like next is going to be your offers. So maybe you're running like a buy one, get one free. Again, really, really important. And then obviously in there, you're going to have your product price as well. And then you're going to have your add to cart button. And then right underneath the add to cart button, you're going to have all your social proof. So all your social proof is literally going to be right underneath the add to cart button. everything like above the fold right here is super, super important. And then obviously like underneath the fold, like you'll have like your images with text like, explaining more about the product. You'll maybe have like a GIF here too, like kind of showcasing like how the product is in use, stuff like that. But the main driving factor is going to be everything above the fold, which is what we were talking about in this video. So again, like kind of back to these product images, like you'll have your first product image here, right? Kind of showing off like exactly like what it does in the main picture. Then you'll have like your second picture will be like massive pain points that this problem is solving. Then like you'll have like a lifestyle picture in here showing off people like using it, how it's being used, like basically putting the image in the customer's head, what life would look like when they're using it. And then you'll just have some more going more in depth, maybe about like the technicals of it. Like that's when you would start adding like, oh, it also has like 10 different type of heating modes. It also vibrates, shit like that. But your main ones are just like lifestyle, the main pain point or problem that this product is solving. And then you'll have your hero image of just the product. So basically that's how I kind of want you guys setting up your product images. You can have like 6 to 8 product images. Right around there is perfectly fine to run with. But next we'll talk about the next important part, which is your offer. So basically I'll just go through a list of the best offers and offer stacks and when to run these offers, what products to run these offers for. So with buy one, get one free, this will be best for lightweight products. So think of like clothing, supplements, stuff like that. And also you guys want to be thinking, does the customer actually need 2 of them? Because if you're running a buy one, get one free, you're automatically giving the customer 2, but do they actually need 2? Because that's like really what's going to entice the offer. Like if it's like a supplement, obviously they're going to need 2 because 1, it runs out. 2, maybe they won't get the full effect till they finish the second bottle. Maybe it's like in 60 days, get the full result. Again, like with clothing, obviously if you have like multiple colors, multiple designs, people are going to want to buy 2 of those as well. So again, if you're running a BOGO, very, very enticing offer. Stacks that I do like to run with like the buy one, get one free offer is buy one, get one free plus free shipping, buy 2, get 2 free plus free shipping plus a free gift, and then buy 3, get 3 free plus free shipping plus 2 free gifts. But I do have to make it known that with the free gift, this free gift has to be a lightweight and cheap product and also go with your main product. So like with this product, maybe as a free gift, we would also give them like some fuzzy socks because that's a product where they'll definitely just be like laid up with it on, like being all comfy and stuff. All right, boom. Let's give them some comfy socks that they can wear with it as well. So that's how I need you guys to be thinking about the free gifts. The next offer that we can run is a buy one, get one 50% off. Basically, with the buy one, get one 50% off, this is best for products where COGS don't make sense to run a buy one, get one free. So these are one, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Like this is a perfect example of a product that's a little bit more expensive that you couldn't run a buy one, get one free with, because obviously with like the weight of the product, it's with the COGS, it's not going to make sense to run a buy one, get one free and still have good logistics. Because like at the end of the day, you have to make sure that you're still making profit. So like you have to make sure that the logistics are good on your offer and you still have a 3 to 4x markup. Like I was saying, like these products are normally a little bit more heavier. So like kind of think of like foot massagers or like products that might be a little bit more expensive, like an electric trimmer. Like the electric trimmer is like a product that always does good in summer. It's like something for like bikini, for like your bikini line. It's a very good product to sell to women during the summer. But like products like this, customers don't absolutely need to, but like if they're thinking of like friends, family, or they just want to have multiple, so like with the foot massager, they could have it like different spots in their house, one in their room, one in the living room, or like electric trimmer where they can have like keep one in their bag and then keep one in their drawer in their bathroom. That's kind of where this would make sense. Now with like the offer stacking that I do for this is basically buy one plus free shipping, buy one, get one 50% off, plus free shipping, plus free gift, and then buy 2, get 1 free, plus free shipping, plus 2 free gifts. And then always just make sure with these offer stacks that your logistics still make sense and that you're still going to be running a good profit margin on your products. Like don't kill your profit margin just to try to run this exact offer stack. If your logistics make sense, this is a very good offer stack to run, but obviously you guys can change it up a little bit if the logistics don't make sense. The last one we'll go over is free X, so basically free gift. Where this is best with is like heavy products. So like dog car mats or like vacuums, etc., like heavier products. And again, logistics wouldn't make sense to give them 50% off if they buy one, or if they buy one, we literally can't give them free because the logistics are too much, the cogs are too much. So basically with this one, the offer stacks that you guys should be using for this is a buy one plus free gift, and then a friends and family bundle plus 2 free gifts. So basically you have like your standard price, right, with the buy one, and then you give them a free gift where the product is obviously lightweight and cheap, and then also goes with the product. So like for this dog mat, like if you have a dog mat, like if you guys don't know what like a dog car mat is, I'll just look it up for you. Dog car mat. So it's basically like this. Like this is like a dog car mat. Basically like what like you could do like with a product like this is for a free gift, give them a dog leash seatbelt. So like they can strap them into their collar and then strap them into the seat, so like they're not like jumping out the window or like something crazy like that. Like that's an example of like a free gift where it's cheap and lightweight, so your cogs aren't going to go up that much just by adding that on. And then for friends and family bundle, normally what I do with this is I'll give them like a 15 to 20% discount off the price of the second product that they're getting, and then they also get 2 free gifts. So like with this, like if especially like a product like that, like if it's like 2 free gifts, like you could give them 2 leashes, right? Or if it's like something like a vacuum where like they need like extra attachments for it, you could just give them an extra set of attachments, because the extra set of attachments will go with the other vacuum cleaner that they're buying. All right, but now let's go down to next, which is product pricing. So this is another really important one. This is definitely another make or break. So basically with product pricing, how we're going to price our products is, number one, you can just consult competition. So any competitors that you have, go look at their website, see what they're pricing it for, and then that can kind of give you a good idea of like what you should be pricing your product for. Another one, 1688. Obviously I'll get into like how to calculate cogs there in a second. And then Amazon is another decent one as well, but just know Amazon's always going to be a lot cheaper, because like Amazon FBA and people who sell on Amazon, with Amazon, like you have to have the product in stock, so like you have to buy in bulk. So obviously like when you're buying in bulk and then also shipping from the United States, which most people who sell on Amazon do, your cogs are going to be a lot cheaper, because if you're buying in bulk, the price for products is going to go down. Then also shipping is going to be a little cheaper because you're shipping from inside the United States. But also I think Amazon FBA has pretty shitty margins, but don't quote me on that. I just think that. I think that's what I've heard before. But anyways, let's go to how to calculate cogs from 1688. So basically, I'm going to show you guys how to calculate cogs from 1688. Number one, so you can kind of get an idea fast of like, especially if you have no competition, and like on Amazon, it's like super cheap and like you can't really like tell to like what to price your product for. And also, just in case like you are using a different supplier than the one I recommend you guys, a lot of suppliers will do shady shit and try to make money off you guys. So it's really good to know how to calculate your own cogs. So basically, cogs, obviously we have it here. So right, you're just gonna take this price, so 75 yuan, put in here. All right, you see that it's $10.53. So we'll just write that right here. All right, $10.53. This is going to be your price for your product. Now we'll do how much it's gonna cost to ship. So we can tell down here, all right, so it's 950 grams, so it's 0.95 kg. So normally like around like every kilogram, so like basically 1 kg will be right around like $6 to ship. But then also you have to take in mind like volumetric weight, so that's size plus the weight of the product, because that's how they ship from China. They use volumetric weight. So with this you can kind of tell like it's a little bit bigger of a product. Like if I'm just like looking through here, like, all right, I can kind of tell like it's a little bit bigger of a product, right? So when they're putting in the box, it's going to take up more room. They're going to have to ship with a bigger box. So just by kind of like off my own intuition, and just because of like I've been in drop shipping for a decent amount of time now, I can tell like something like that'll probably add another like $2 to $3 on top of shipping. So right now we are looking at about $9 to ship the product. And then also you obviously have your private supplier. They're gonna take anywhere from $1 to $3. So actually, let me just write this down. So shipping, so we got our shipping right here, and then we have our fees. So this will just be like private supplier fees, so $1 to $3. So we'll just, for a round number, we'll just take this as like 2. So now we got $11 like on the shipping side, and then $10.53 for the product, bringing us a total of $21.53. So now with the product pricing, if we're using our same rule as before, we want at least a 3 to 4x markup. With this product, I'd be comfortable selling this product at like $69 or like around $60, having that markup. At least for this product, I think I would rather sell like around like $65. I feel like, or like $64.99 would be like a good price point for this. So $64.99 is probably right around what I would go for like my starting price. Obviously, I'd split test this later after test, see how it does with other prices, but that's kind of like the starting price I would go with. And also, I do want to put this in here just because I think this is super important. So obviously, we have to price the product up because we want to make profit, obviously, but also another thing is your CPAs, which is cost per acquisition or cost per purchase. I like there to be a bigger buffer. Obviously, I feel like everybody does. You want there to be a bigger buffer. How much money are you spending per purchase? So like right here, to basically be break even, right? How much money can I spend to acquire a customer? So we got $64.99 minus $21.53. So basically here I can tell, all right, we're going back to high school for a second, so let's do some math. So we got 6, 4, 3, 4. So $43.33, oops. $43.46 to acquire one customer. This would be our break-even CPA. Now, where I was going with this is the lowest I want my break-even CPA to be at is $30. I just see that around $30 cost per acquisition is where you want to be at because this allows you to spend more money to acquire a customer. And the reason why you don't want to be lower than that is because if you're lower than this, then you really start like kind of like getting in the trenches. Like if you're running at like a $20 break even CPA, right? Now every single $20 you spend on ads, you need to get at least one purchase just to be break even. Where over here, you get to spend $43 to try to acquire just one purchase to be able to be break even with this bigger CPA. So having a bigger break even CPA is super, super important, especially when it comes to scaling, because obviously your CPAs are gonna rise the more money you are spending. Also, like another way that you can combat this, I have this in other videos, is just AOV maxing, where you're adding in-cart upsells, post-purchase upsells, cross-sells, stuff like that to raise your overall AOV. So like your overall AOV isn't just your base product price. Maybe like if you're pricing the product at $64.99 and you AOV max, now maybe your AOV will be at 90, and now you have a lot more room to acquire a customer. So it'd be like, I'm just gonna do some quick, it'd be like around like $69 to acquire a customer now instead of $43. I have other videos on my channel about AOV maxing, so if you guys are curious about that, just go watch some of those other ones as well. All right, now into social proof and reviews. This is another very, very important one because people want to buy a product that they know other people have bought in the past and have also enjoyed. So basically how we are going to like incorporate this in is UGC reel carousels. So basically this can be like videos on TikTok or Callo videos where it's more of like a raw, authentic review of the product. It's just another person giving their raw, authentic review to the customer, the person who's viewing it on your website. And basically, this is just gonna help with just more social proof, more trust in your brand that is actually a good product and other people are happy with their purchase as well. Another thing that is very important to add is review slides with images and review text. Basically, why this one is also really good is because now you can hammer in pain points in the review. So like, let's say like you have the 3 main pain points, right, of the product that you were selling, the main reasons people are buying this product. Now in your reviews, you can literally just target that and go directly after it in review form, and with the copy that you're putting on the reviews, basically calling out the pain point that they had, and then ever since they bought this product, that pain point and the pain that they're feeling basically went away. And also make sure you guys grab good review images. Obviously you guys can just get these off of Amazon, or you could go go to like TikTok shop reviews and grab them from there as well. Also, another thing, I kind of touched on this up above, but adding lifestyle images of people using the product throughout your product page is very important. Like again, I said, people love social proof. People love to see other people who look just like them, other regular normal people using the product. Just builds trust, builds social proof, and makes people actually want to go through and buy your product. All right, so now that you have your product, you know how to source it, you have made your store, you did all the store creation, you know how to price your product, all that good stuff. Now we're gonna go into testing creatives. So basically with testing creatives, if you did find your product off calo data, how I like to test is just 8 to 12 calo rips. And the thing is, you want to make sure that these are actually good UGC videos. Like, don't just grab the top 10 to 8 ads and just launch them without even looking at them, without even doing any tweaks to them. Don't just do that, or you're just gonna be doomed if you're just one-to-one ripping and just launching. You really want to look for like the high quality UGC videos, use your own intuition. I know you guys are smart, I know you guys aren't dumbasses, so use your own intuition, find the good UGC videos and launch those. And if people are already running like the rips and already running like some of the one-to-one rips, what you guys can do is change out the hook and then change around the body of the video. You're basically just mix and matching the calo rips so you can make your own ads with those. So like if one ad has a really, really good hook and another ad has a really, really good body, but a mid hook, now you could put the good hook on to the good body and make a good ad. And then that's basically what you guys are doing for testing, is getting your 8 to 12 rips that are really good UGC videos. And then obviously if there's other people already running these rips, make sure you guys change around the body, change around the hooks, mix and match the videos a little bit. Now we'll go into like actually making your own ads. So two different styles I use for when I make my own ads are AI voiceovers and image ads. Basically with AI voiceovers, you're using like softwares like HeyGen or 11 Labs, and you're using tools like ChatGPT to help you write your script for the ad. This is where you guys can get a lot more technical in your ads. With these ones, this is a lot easier to actually target directly your demographic who you actually want to target. With on Calo, you're just kind of praying that these are going to be hitting your target demographic. With AI voiceovers, you have a lot more control, but it takes a lot more skill to do these. You guys really want to make sure that your AI voiceovers are fast-paced, really keeping the viewer engaged throughout the entire ad. And basically in a lot of these, it'll be a lot of B-roll of your product in use with the AI voice basically speaking directly to your customer. With these, you do have to be better at direct-to-consumer copywriting. Obviously, AI can help you with this a little bit, but you never want to just one-to-one throw an AI script into 11 Labs, into HeyGen, and just run it like that. Obviously, use your own marketing intuition, make changes, make it sound natural, and then the biggest thing is just making sure that your clips are fast and you're keeping the viewer engaged throughout the entire process. The next one is image ads. These ones, I only use them really for middle funnel and bottom of funnel. Basically, like a bottom of funnel, like this would be like where you could like put like your Black Friday sale. You could put that like you're running like a massive like 50% off discount. You're running a buy one, get one free on your new product that you're running right now. Like those are kind of like what bottom of funnel ads will look like. Like if you're talking about like more like top of funnel ads, this is where like you get into like native image ads, which are more just like pictures of like let's say it's like a dog product who has like an ear issue. It's like a picture of a dog and like their ears get like all fucked up. They got like bumps, red spots, irritation in their ear. And basically in the primary text, you're just writing a long block of copy basically explaining like what's wrong with their dog, how the supplement fixes it and stuff like that. Personally, I'm more of a fan of just running video ads, but I will throw in bottom of funnel ads for image ads in my funnel just because I feel like I can get pretty high ROASs on stuff like this, just because like it's all like a funnel. Like you got like your top of funnel ads, your middle of funnel ads, and your bottom of funnel ads, and you're basically just squeezing every single dollar out, because obviously you're gonna have like 70% of your traffic's going to be going to top of funnel, like 20 to middle of funnel, and the last like 10, it's more like 25 to middle funnel, more like 5 to bottom of funnel. But that's kind of like how like your traffic will kind of disperse throughout your ad account, because Meta's AI is really smart. Like all the like new people who are seeing your company and seeing your brand for the first time will be seeing your top of funnel, and then they'll just get pushed down the system. Like if they saw this ad, it's going to lead them down into this ad. If they didn't buy from this ad or this ad, it's going to push them down to your bottom of funnel ad, because maybe they need that push, like a Black Friday sale, buy one get one free sale, something like that. So it's just like a funnel. I've made deeper videos on like how to funnel max in the past on my YouTube, so again, go check those ones out if you guys are confused about that. All right, so now that we have our product, we sourced our product, we built our store, we got our creatives, now the last part, media buying. Now, the way I do media buying, I make it super, super easy for all of you guys. Like this is just the most uncomplicated, straightforward media buying strategy that you guys need. This one works. Me and all my other ecom friends run the same media buying strategy. Same with all my students. We all run the same thing and it fucking works. So basically what we're doing is we're doing one broad CBO at $150 a day, targeting the United States only. The reason why we're targeting the United States only is because if you really want to take your brand to scale, you have to scale it in the biggest market. That's just kind of my philosophy on it. So that's why I'm starting in the United States only. Don't start in the big four, focus on one country first. Once you master the United States and you can get out of the, or you can get to scale in the United States, then we can start worrying about spreading to different countries. Now for the ad set and ad level, basically what I'm doing is one ad set for one ad. So basically in total, you will have 12 ad sets and 12 ads. I don't know why that was just one, but 12 ad sets and 12 ads. And basically how it's just gonna look is you're gonna have your CBO, right? Then you're going to have ad set 1, and then inside ad set 1, you're just gonna have ad 1. And then obviously again, you're going to have your ad set 2. And then inside of ad set 2, you are also going to have ad 2. And then basically you're just doing this over and over again until you have 12 ad sets and 12 ads. And then the main reason why I do this is because if you have one creative, right? I meant to say if you have one ad set, right? So let's just say we're running a CBO and then we're running one ad set, and inside that ad set we have a bunch of different ads, right? So like this is ad 1, ad 2, ad 3, and then ad 4. Let's say ad 4 gets restricted, right? Because ad 4 got restricted, it's going to fuck up the rest of your the rest of all your ad sets and all your ads inside that ad set. But if you have it set up like this, let's say ad 2 gets restricted, right? The only thing you need to do is just turn off ad set 2, turn off ad 2, and you're fine. Your campaign's still fine. All the rest of your ads are fine. You have nothing to worry about. Now, like if this happens, now ad 1's cooked, ad 3's cooked, ad 1's cooked. Meta's just gonna be like, all right, inside this one ad set, they had one ad that got restricted, so now I don't trust the rest of the ads in this ad set, so now I'm not gonna push them as much, I'm not gonna give them the best stats. So that's just the reason why I do this instead of putting all my ads in a single ad set. Yeah, boys, that's basically my full video on how I've been able to do over $1 million in revenue in branded dropshipping. These are all the exact methods that I'm using on my stores that I'm currently scaling right now. If you want a full setup process and checklist for your store, it's all in the first link in my description. Just click the first link down below, access the free training. Again, it's free. You guys can apply to work with me one-on-one with the first link in the description. But yeah, boys, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.